Starting this off, we have access to new monsters here, but we also have the monsters that we could use in our previous campaign. I did remember to keep a list of the eliminated monsters, so we're not tempted to use them again, but we really don't need them. I mean, sure, it would be nice to have them, but obviously it's not a big deal, because we just got access to a bunch of new ones right now. Mokuba joining our team does help as well, because he's discount. Marthus doesn't have any inherent abilities, but whatever. So Kaiba does start off with monsters that are at least reasonably similar to what he would normally have, Sagi and Hitatsumi Giant. You'll notice that they're at level 31, so when you finish one campaign, the monsters will all go up 30 levels inherently, and that just kind of helps make them more useful overall. Like right now, for example, I can't read the ability right this, but Bad Breath, I'm pretty sure that inflicts poison damage. We would have to go into the field to see it. It's an unfortunate thing in design, I can't see it now. It already has access to level 1 magic too, as a matter of fact, so maybe we should try using it. I don't know, see what we got. Well, actually, level 1 magic's pretty weak, so let's not and say we did. I'm not going to immediately use all of our heavy hitters from last time. I kind of want to give other party members a chance. So let's try the Magnet Warriors out and see if we can get somewhere with them. And for the sake of having another monster on standby, I guess we got the Metal Dragon still. Somewhere. There it is. Barely even looks like a dragon in that image. Whatever items were on your monsters in the first campaign, they stay on here. So in this challenge, luckily, you don't have to worry too much about trying to recalculate or find, like, keep manual track of all the items that were gone. Also, I completely forgot about the shock shells last time. So, because rock isn't a type in this game, this means that the Magnet Warriors are all treated as machines, which might have been the little Mandela effect thing I had where I thought the Magnet Warriors were machines and not rock monsters the whole time. But hey, whatever, I'll take what I can get. So we'll start off with some shock shells, make sure they're strong enough. Lucky is an interesting ability that I'm going to have to look into. I need to see what that does again. But I think I want to start giving Mokuba some fiends to play around with. Especially because now Dark Lightning can do the paralysis damage. I'll take a red medicine for good measure. Now, in order to get a main play going, I mentioned this before in my example video, is that Crawling Dragon does transform with the use of ritual magic. So even though we lost a few monsters in the last campaign, let's recoup our losses. Crawling Dragon is now the Dragon Zombie, and has a lot more power behind it. Already starting off with Wasteland and Night Adept ability, although the Wasteland doesn't come up too much in this game, if you didn't notice before. In terms of other monsters to use, I gotta think. I don't want to just immediately use all my overpowered guys. I think I should start giving other party members at least a chance. So we'll start with the Gentleman, and then... I don't know, maybe Panther Warrior. Just because Panther Warrior can do a lot of crazy damage, I want to at least keep pushing that and see where we get. I won't have any healing magic if I do this, though. I guess 2 Deal of Phantoms wouldn't be too bad. Because at least then we have basically infinite attacks almost. It's enough to do crazy damage. Alright, we'll do the first chapter now, and then those of you watching this in post, it's going to be uploaded basically the same time frame as usual, but for the purposes of streaming, I'll continue this next week. This is a pretty short first mission. I'd argue it's actually shorter than Yugi's first mission. So, simple tutorial again, just in case you picked Kaiba's campaign first. We'll start by sending... Let's see if the Magnet Warriors can hold their own. Go up here. And now, the first monster that we can recruit in Kaiba's campaign is, you guessed it, Wow, Dragon Zombie's got a bigger radius than I thought. It's a Yugi monster. Burfomet. Unusual choice, but okay. Once we do get Burfomet, that will give us the ability to special summon Chimera, so that's part of the reason why I'd recommend doing this as soon as you can. That's why I was kind of lucky I didn't lose Gazelle in the last playthrough, despite some close calls. Panther Warrior should be enough to finish this. Yeah, even though the enemy monsters all have higher levels than they would originally, since this is the second quest, it's not really an issue, because you keep everything from the first campaign, so that's going to make this a lot easier. Most of Kaiba's campaign is actually going to be a walk in the park at this point. So to that end, I think we might as well actually just try and take over the base immediately. There's two guys here, Maliaruka and Jussel. Interesting names. I'm probably mispronouncing that like crazy. You might wonder why these guys look so unique for first level enemies. There's a reason. And I actually didn't expect Mokuba to get there that quickly, so I'm going to send these guys here, and we're going to play a little game of crisscross, because I just want to get the Magnet Warriors into some type of combat. Guess I should have waited a hair, but, yeah, well. I overestimated how fast this thing was going to move. Now, I do want to see what the Rotodept, or the Lucky, actually does. So, this is just higher evasion. Why they call that Lucky, I don't really know, but whatever. Curious how much damage this will actually do. This is kind of a way to accurately assess whether or not I need to concern myself with using the strong monsters ahead of time. And it's looking like that might be the case, because they're already about to blitz my dang crab. That was pretty weak, but let's not lose our red medicines right off the bat. Start healing. Now I'm trying to think. They don't have medicines of their own, do they? No, good. I'm surprised Big Insect is actually this strong. Great. Just wait. That was a whole lot of nothing happening. But whatever, at least they didn't immediately destroy one of my new monsters. think we'll only just barely take out Big Insect, which is kind of disappointing. I thought we would have done more damage than that. Actually, we might not even get it. That's a problem. Well, I expected that to go a lot better. We are going to have to back out in Red Medicine, because I cannot risk losing the Summon Skull. Kidding. Nearly lost it, too. If I was like a few frames slower, that would have been it. I think this will break guard. I hope. Well, not if it doesn't hit. Okay. Summon Skull is jacked with equip spells. We'll be okay. Just barely. What happened to being lucky? You're 0 for 3. Ah, see there. That's one of the lag attacks I keep talking about. So looking at the Gilfer Flame at that angle, yeah, can cause the game to lag a little bit. I don't know what all factors determine that, if it's based on the monster you're fighting or the backdrop you're in. But it seems to me like it's largely based around camera angles. Huh, nice. Well, Zeragun has gained some power, so it's not completely irrelevant. Now that Kaiba has taken the base, we are going to fight the main boss. Magnet Warriors will be able to prove their worth to some capacity now. So now that our machines are all equipped with Shell Shock, this is one of the things where the game will become a lot easier. We are able to confuse the opponent. So, as I mentioned in Yugi's campaign, confusion makes it so the monsters can only attack and do info. They can't wait or guard or use items or special abilities or anything. With items like Dragonic Fury, that will boost attack. But in this case, it does not boost attack, so we've got nothing to worry about. That's why you would want to use Dragonic Fury, like, on your own party, is so that way you could at least get the buff if you just wanted to blitz something. Now, the only downside to this strategy is that does mean sometimes the enemies will throw out a Haymaker, and they can do some damage that way. Or no, did it increase their strength? I don't know. If it did, it wasn't by much. And that missed. Great. Alright, so you managed to do some damage effectively. Good on you. But not enough. I gotta say, with them actually being able to survive a few attacks, despite my monsters being reasonably strong, that's leading me to believe this isn't going to be a full walk in the park. Like, the second quest is normally pretty easy, but I'm starting to think that I might at least have a few minor challenges here and there. I kinda hope I do, honestly, because, like, the whole point was making the game more difficult. And, like, okay, see, his ability is Navy. That doesn't really make sense for just a random NPC to have. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, a hint, a hint. Alright. Yeah, you fight for the people, whatever. This really is Fire Emblem. Alright, let's get rid of the octopus right away. 1, it's revenge for Yugi's campaign. 2, it is your strongest monster by a country mile. Alright, this should finish it. Oh, more than enough, okay. Good. From here, it's just a war of attrition once again, but nothing too concerning. Now, I did take issue earlier with the fact that Baphomet was the recruitable monster in this mission because, again, it's a Yugi monster, not a Kaiba monster. We shouldn't treat it as such. But, if you remember, during the first mission of Yugi's campaign, we did manage to get the boss monster of the first boss, Blackland Fire Dragon. And that's important because once we beat this fool, which is going to be any second, since there's absolutely no way they can endure this many attacks. See, our KO power might not be astronomical, but we can outgun basically anybody at this point. Unless we keep missing, but whatever. Yeah, there's the lucky for ya. Just enough. And now. That's actually a graphic Kaiba line, and I'm happy they have that there. But Ryu Kishin Power joined our army. I don't know if it's Ryu Kishin or Ryu Kaishin, whatever. But hey, we got an actual monster that Kaiba used once, so I'll take it.